I have dedicated my time trying to find the best controller settings for reload. And with new options for controller players, I always try to keep my settings up to date. So in this video, I will get into my settings and my favorite fast sensitivity, which are both Aimbot. And if you play on console, don't worry, these settings will work great. I guarantee one of these settings will give you the best aim. This past week, I've dedicated my time trying to find the best aim settings for controller, and these settings work great for reload. If you're on console, they should work amazing too. I've tried them on 120 FPS and they work great. So let's get into my settings first. Into the display settings first though, I play on windowed full screen because I use a custom crosshair as you see in my videos sometimes. My resolution is 1920 by 1080. VSync I have off. My frame rate limit is set to 360 because I play on a 360Hz monitor. If you're wondering what monitor I play on, it's the Alienware 360Hz. My rendering mode is on DX12, but usually I'll play on performance mode all low. And I have my brightness set to 150%. If you try this on console, I've tried it, it lowered my delay somehow, like the game felt more responsive, if that makes sense. For the colorblind mode, make sure you have it on Tritanope 9. It's so good. It makes everything so much brighter. Making sure motion blur is off. And into the quality settings, usually you just want to play on everything on low except for view distance. Have this on medium. And in the advanced graphics, make sure you have NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency on plus boost. If you have a really good PC, or if you have a mid PC, put it on. But I'm gonna have mine on plus boost. Into the audio tab though, and everyone has a different headset and mic, so you could just change whatever you need from here. I mean, nothing's really too important, but subtitles, have this all on low. And visualize sound effects. If you play competitive, definitely have this on. But I'm going to turn it off for right now. The communication tab, not that important. The game tab though is very important tab, especially for controller. Starting in the movement section, auto run lock zone, make sure this is off. Double tap to auto run, also off. Toggle sprint, make sure this is on. Auto open doors on, and mantle activation, hold jump. Hurdle activation, make sure this is on hold forward. In the combat settings, hold to swap pickup, you want this on. Toggle targeting off. Mark danger when targeting on. Auto pickup weapons, you want that off. Configure, I have this off. And then auto sort consumables to the right, make sure this is on. In the building tab, this is probably the most important tab in the whole game section. So reset building choice, make sure this is on. Disable pre-edit option, also on. Turbo building on. Auto confirm edits, make sure this is on both. And then simple edit, I've been using this setting, I have it on, and tap to simple edit, also on. But say you don't use simple edit, then have these both off, and it should look like this. Turning these back on though, and then you could copy the rest of the game settings. Have tap to search on, and then NVIDIA highlights, make sure this is off, and peripheral lighting, make sure this is also off. Have the FOVs to the max, and then make sure all your replays are off. And this is going to be set to 15 minutes. Set sleep mode to never. Now into the game UI settings, make sure your reticle is on. Reticle ammo indicator, have that off. Damage numbers, I have this on cumulative, and then reticle damage feedback to off. My damage number scale is set to 125, and my HUD scale is on 83%. And then the rest of the game settings you could copy. Into the touch and motion, and this is gyro, but you want to make sure all the gyro settings are off, especially acceleration and gyro aiming. Make sure this is off. In the keyboard settings, if you play on controller, which I'm sure you're here for, make sure all these are set to the lowest. Skipping over the keyboard binds though, into my controller settings, and you're going to want to stay till the end because these are my settings, but I have a really good fast sensitivity right after this that you might like even better. Starting in the controller auto run, you want this off. Build immediately, Builder Pro, make sure this is on. It's really important to have this on. Edit hold time to the lowest. Simple edit hold time, if you play on simple edit, also have this to the lowest. Slide hold time to the highest. That's just so when you're editing, you don't accidentally slide. Reset camera axis to pitch. And then vibration, you obviously want this off. Have button group to both. And then for the sensitivity, I've actually changed these quite a bit. So if you turn off use advanced options, you could change these. I have them on 7.7. and I've been loving it. For build mode, have this on 2.1, edit mode on 2.2, first person mode on 0.81. That doesn't matter though in Battle Royale. In the advanced settings though, the look sensitivity 38 and the vertical speed 38 with boost on 1-1. This is just so you could flick onto targets. Even when you're tracking, you could catch up to the targets really easy. I'll show an example on screen. Making sure turning boost ramp time is on 0. Instant boost when building, have this on. And for the ADS, 13-13 with a 1-1 boost. No boost ramp time. For the scope speed multiplier, 0.95. Now in the advanced sensitivity, have look dampening time on 0.03 on linear settings with precision aim assist set to 100 and tracking to 100. And for the last thing, the dead zones, these are really important. If you play on a PS5 controller like me, left stick have it on 12 and right stick on 8%. And make sure you have foot controller off. You can have this on and it works really well, but it's not really important in this case. The rest of the settings you could copy what you need. Now into my controller binds. I do play on a PlayStation 5 controller with custom binds. If you play on PC, put this on generic for less delay, but I'm going to keep it on PlayStation 5 just for the sake of this video. So I'll scroll down and you could copy what you need. You could pause the video wherever. Okay, now let's get into the best fast sensitivity, and these settings are Aimbot. They are so good. Okay, and now into the best fast settings, and these settings are Aimbot. You're gonna love these settings. So in the look sensitivity, have this on 4. In the aim sensitivity, have this on 9. For build mode, 2.4. Edit mode, 2.4. And then have use advanced options on. In the advanced look sensitivity, have it on 44, 44 with no boost ramp time. Make sure instant boost when building is on. And then for the ADS, have this on 10-10 with a 4-4 boost. I'll show a tracking clip on screen. Yeah, these settings are crazy. Look dampening time, have this on 0 seconds on linear with precision aim assist strength on 99 and tracking on 100%. And for the dead zones, 16-16. And now let's get into a rank game so I can show you how good these settings truly are. That's our first kill. Yeah, that's why you use these settings. Holy. GG, bro. Headshot 360. That's why you use these settings. Let's go. Subscribe if you're new, as I'm so close to 1 million.